Before starting, some of the entries in this episode of Logo History Collab will definitely be outdated. You have been warned. Also, Doc Lewis was going to be voiced, but Tarragonite went against the idea due to budget cuts. And here he is right now. This is what I'm talking about. This is episode 3 of the series. This episode will feature one of us cast members, and the neon sign logo, and the most famous PBS station. That is right, today is all about GBH. So without further ado, yay, okay then. So you people are probably wondering what GBH is, and why I'm speaking like a gangster. For the latter question, I don't know, but for the former question, GBH is an American public broadcasting group based in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is in Massachusetts? I always thought Boston was its own state. GBH was founded on April 5, 1971. Its job in the Logo History on Scratch blooper series is the second helper. At least, that is what I think it is. The partners for GBH are Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, Marvel Studios, Pyongyang Motors, and Sungri Motor Plant. For Robert's Logo History series, none for Logo History Collab, yet, and Heth by your line. For the Logo History on Scratch blooper series, GBH's journey begins now. Our first 3 destinations are in this phase, which is WGBH. And the first of the 3 GBH logos with the company name WGBH was used from 1956 to 1972. So I don't know what that thing on the left is supposed to be, but it's made of lines, triangles, and circles. On the right of that thing is the black word WGBH. No kidding, the font reminds me of Wikipedia. Also, what are you? The company's birth gave us this logo, which KO'd this, and the Wikipedia font was swapped for this boring font. Not too much of a fan. And I forgot to mention, but this logo was used from 1971 to 1977, while this logo was used from 1974 all the way to 2020. How? Anyways, the WGBH text is now the color white, and the boring font is swapped for the iconic WGBH font. The text is also slapped onto a black shape, and I think the shape is the silhouette of the text. And a fun fact you probably knew, this logo is more iconic for the orange color as has. But that changed with this next logo which, oops, one moment, was the only logo, so far, to use the second and final phase name, GBH. So the text font remains, just tweaked. But more importantly, the W was KO'd from the text, while the supposed silhouette is now purple. And another fun fact for the people who haze and watch Tarragonite's YouTube channel. GBH actually debuted in the Logo History on Scratch blooper series in the same episode as McDonald's, which was talked about in a previous episode of Logo History Collab. Well, now that that's done, rest in peace Zombie Pigman, and see you next time. Bye. Tarragonite, you remember what you promised me? Cha-ching. GBH.